Deutschland! Deutschland! Deutschland!
To katastrofa.
Ankunft der deutschen Kuh.
صباح حبيبي. عليه حبيبي. Come on!
Welcome back to Kosice. It is the 2019 World Hockey Championship. Head coach of Team Germany is Tony Soderholm, native of Finland, who played for them internationally. Also played college hockey at UMass in the United States, and 3 World Championships for the Finns. Philippe Bozon, the first French-trained player ever to play in the NHL. Spent parts of 4 seasons in the league, a 4-time Olympian for France in his first year as the coach of the national team, former head coach of their national junior program. Germans open with a 3-1 win over Great Britain, a 2-1 victory over Denmark. Both were tight in the third period. It was 1-1 with Great Britain in the third period. France lost a shootout to Denmark in its opener 5-4. They blew a 4-2 lead in that game in the third period, and then lost 7-1 to the United States.
Germany's given up just 2 goals scored in their 2 games, and what a boost they get now.
Philip Grubauer comes over from Colorado. A terrific playoff for him, a .925 save percentage in 12 games. In the meantime, it'll be Florian Hardy in goal for the French. He allowed 4 goals on 38 shots in his only start against Denmark in the opener. Germany has a good team here. They're excited about their program. We'll talk about that a little bit tonight. Some good young players coming. Some are here. And they've also got a dozen players who played for them on their silver medal winning team at the 2018 Olympic Games.
France will have to deal with their aggression as this is a physical, forward-moving German team, much more so than in the past.
Jordan Paré drops it back, and long shot by Gallet goes wide. Played back to Hekefeld, back to Gallet. And Claro, a long shot that drifts wide as well. Philippe Grubauer arrived here 2 days ago. As Claro picks it up and fires, and Grubauer makes the save. Damien Fleury's right in his kitchen, and Grubauer gives it right back.
Well, we saw Grubauer the day he arrived. He had looked like he'd just showered and threw a suit on and was a walking bag of sleep. Need a couple of days to get organized, to practice back under his feet, and much like Frederik Andersen changed the entire tenor of Denmark last year just by standing in the net, Philippe Grubauer does the same for Germany, even though they got terrific goaltending from Matthias Niederberger, who gave up just 2 goals on 55 shots in the first 2 games that Germany played.
Quick chance there. Shakashvili had it blocked, and it's brought back by Leon Draisaitl. Back for Dominic Cahoon, a centering pass. And now Yannick Seidenberg works across the top, and here is Seider, the 18-year-old who won a league championship with Mannheim this year in the German league. As you mentioned, Ray, the German league rookie of the year. That long shot taken by Seider, stopped by Hardy. Widely felt that Seider will go in the top 20 in the NHL draft.
As you mentioned in the open, 6'4", right-handed, good skater. By all reports, a really good kid, strong already. players are very, very interesting to teams. It's the right-handed D-man in itself is a rarity.
Eisenschmidt moves in for the Germans. A centering pass, and Mueller just missed that. Jonas Mueller plays it back in deep. Eisenschmidt feeds that back. Marco Nowak drops it back, and Eisenschmidt's shot goes off a leg and wide. Back at the point, Mueller. Back to Nowak, a long shot, and Hardy made the save through the traffic. Mueller. With Plachta parked in front, Michaelis. Back to Nowak, a long drive. Hardy dives out and freezes the loose puck.
Couple of stops early for Florian Hardy. The French gave up 5 in the shootout loss to Denmark, and then 7 against the United States. And you mentioned, Gord, that Hardy had 38 stops in the game he played. Sebastian Ylonen faced 42 in the game he played. The French have trouble keeping the puck away from their goaltenders, and that, as I mentioned, will be a real challenge here as Germany is going to pinch. They're going to be aggressive as much as they can be.
Charles Bertrand swings back forward for Saakashvili. The core of this French team has been together for quite a while now. 12th straight year in the top division for France. As Bertrand moves in and shoots, and Grubauer makes the easy stop. A late bump there from Guillaume Leclerc draws some attention.
Leclerc played 3 years in the USHL and 1 year at the University of Massachusetts Lowell. And Bertrand, who can shoot the puck pretty well, as a goal in the first game of the tournament, gave Grubauer a little test. And it's amazing watching an NHL goaltender, though, just how calmly they handle most stuff that comes around them. Grubauer had a fantastic second part of the year after a real struggle early in Colorado.
Took over the net from Semyon Varlamov in Denver and never gave it back. Played very well in the playoffs before Colorado got bounced in the second round. Födel drops it back to Hager. In comes Seidenberg. Now Hager winds and fires. Hardy made the stop. Seidenberg banged into him.
Hardy got hit pretty hard there, but they're going to rule it. The contact is okay. Seidenberg, who used to be a forward, is going to start this play and then get towards the front of the net. Oh, he gets cross-checked from behind by Heckefoil and runs right over top of Hardy after he makes the stop. The puck will end up squirting loose, but the whistle's long gone by now.
Seidenberg, a former Medicine Hat Tiger. His brother Dennis, a mainstay for the national team for a long time. Draisaitl wins that faceoff back. Draisaitl cleaned out Denmark on draws, went 13-3. Frederick Tipples pokes out ahead. It's knocked down by Ritz. Now Draisaitl back for it. Draisaitl had an up-and-down game in that game against Great Britain. Gave the puck away on a goal. It allowed them to tie the game.
And then scored later on in the game.
Here's big Dennis Royal. All 6'4", 250-ish pounds of him. He took Mikhail Bodker down the other day, Ray. It looked like a guy putting the golf clubs in the trunk of a car, just picked him up and threw him down. Long shot by Manovio, goes wide. Loose puck in front. Sasha Troya couldn't reach it.
Oh,
Almost back the other way with Draisaitl, and Malka stayed with him.
Sorry, Gord. Pretty good work by the French here early on. They've had a couple of chances that Grubauer's had to handle, and they've gotten some traffic around him. Looks like they're intent on getting as tight to him as possible. Dom Malka just took that last shot. He scored from center against Denmark, a slapper from right at the red line, 100 feet away. Here's the previous shot in the traffic as Texier is right on the doorstep. Texier, who came onto the scene this year in Columbus after a really nice year in the Finnish Elite League where he had 14 goals, is turned aside.
Thierry being harassed there by Plachta, knocks him off the puck. Thierry stays with it. And Bertrand chips that to Gudik.
Uh-oh.
He's taken down.
That was close to.
Marco Nowak stepped into him. And here's Bertrand with it. France finished 12th last year. The final year for Dave Henderson as the coach of the national team. He's been 14 years behind the bench of the French national hockey team. Now retired apparently in the north of France.
Sounds all right, doesn't it?
Gallet sends it in. We've often talked about the different roads in the game. He went to France to play a little bit and never left. That puck took a funny bounce off that stanchion in the corner, and Hardy had to be careful with that.
Well, the most successful players that come over to Europe have an open mind. They're just going to play, see how it's like, as we see the play where Moritz, or Nowak rather, trips up Gutic. That was pretty close to a knee-on-knee, which is what alerted me. You always get a little iffy when the guys freeze up and they're going to make the hit head-to-head. That's more like a football hit. In football, you lead with your upper body, and in hockey, just with the way your body is, the first thing that's going to stick out is your knees, and that's why there's so many collisions in that fashion.
Corbinian Holzer, a long shot that's kicked away by Hardy. Holzer off the end boards. Bounds it down to Fauser. And now back to the point. That long shot pinballed around in front from Moritz Mueller. Now picked up by Gallet. Up for Trail. Drops it back. Hard shot taken by Texier, and Grubauer knocks that away. Good pace here in the first period. No score, 5.5 minutes in. Texier. Deals back. Alex Texier began the year in Finland, had a good year there, as you mentioned, signed with Columbus. As Fleury comes in and shoots. And that's gloved by Grubauer. And again, there's traffic in the German crease.
Well, eventually one of the German players is going to have to go talk to the official here. This is 3 times already. It's not like they forgot how to stop, that they just keep running into the goaltender. It's pretty clear it's part of their plan. Nice play by Texier outside, and Fleury shot is stopped by Grubauer, but as I look at it, I mean, Seidenberg gives him a little pop there from behind, and I know if I'm Fleury and I get hit from behind, I'm falling forward too. I'm running into the goaltender as well, and they're gonna have to protect their newest asset here in Philip Grubauer a little better than that.
Benalvion, long shot, that goes wide. Don Malka at the other end. Fires it around. Benalvion steps up. Playing his 9th World Championship for France. Don Malka. Sharp angle shot, punched away by Grubauer. Auger behind the net, tries to play that free and does. And it's stolen back by Clareau. Benalvion shoots and chewed off the end of his stick. Sider has it knocked back down, and Grubauer leaves it there, and the play is called offside at the German line. 13:35 to go in a scoreless first period. Shots are 7-5 France here in the first period. No score against Germany. And Dominic Kahun, a long shot. That goes off a leg and wide. Draisaitl back in for Frederick Tiffels. Royal across to Nowak. Nowak centers it, and Draisaitl knocks that down. Feeds it back in. Shekashvili took that away from Tiffels. And walking in is Ritz. That was blocked by Nowak. France is playing short-handed this tournament. They can get some of their top NHL players, mostly due to injury. Dominic Roussel has a knee problem. David Belmar was injured late for Vegas. As Draisaitl works in, throws it back in front. A great diving play there by Thomas Thierry to break that up. And now Perret back with it. Draisaitl all over him, forces it free. Tiffels had to wait. And now Draisaitl comes in across the line. Thierry swings that to an open wing. Gallet back on it. Knocked back out as Plachta plays that puck. I think they're going to call too many men on Germany. Plachta played the puck before the man he replaced had gone off the ice.
France, which had 2 power play goals against Denmark, will get the game's first power play as there's always confusion after a too many men penalty because nobody thinks they're wrong. Let's take a look here. We got 3. There's 4.
So Plachta comes on.
There's 5, 6 right there, and you can see how tight it is called.
So Cahoon had 1 foot almost on the bench, and they call it for too many. And most of the time, that's when you have too many men. It's not you have 6 skaters in the play. It's the guy coming on plays the puck or bumps someone before the man he replaces has gone off.
No, if you have 6 guys in the play, you've got a real communication problem. It's funny, too, when you're out there, you can feel it's wrong. Like there's too many guys out there. You're not real sure who's wrong. You just hope it's not you at that point.
Saakashvili, the flurry unloads on that. Kicked away by Grubauer. Moritz Müller. Tied up there by Anthony Gudik. Saakashvili feeds that back. Gudik didn't play in the first couple of games for France. And now Ehlers knocks it down the ice for Germany. The drummer's not here for Germany today. Must be sick.
I wonder how.
Or otherwise indisposed. In comes Claro with it. Moves around Nowak. Feeds it across to Rek. Back for Heckefoil. Bozon winds and shoots. It goes off a leg right to Rek. Bozon, the son of Philippe Bozon, the French coach. Draft pick of the Montreal Canadiens, Rek. Throws it back down, takes the return pass on Bertrand. Heckefoil. Rek, rink wide, Bozon walks in, waits, steps around Nowak. Throws it back in front, here's Heckefoil with it. Back across to Bertrand. Oh, the drummer's back. He's okay.
Maybe he was out in the hallway having a little refreshment.
Can't have him in the stands, so you got to step out. Heckefoil, 15 seconds to go on the power play. Bozon stymied there. Gallet back for it. 1 shot for France in that power play. Now moved out by Draisaitl, and quickly Cahoon jumps into the attack, takes that pass, walks in and shoots. Kicked away by Hardy. Draisaitl to Cahoon. Back for Draisaitl, walks in, fires on the goalpost. Now Tiffels on it. 2 good chances here for Germany on this shift after the power play. For France, Tiffels. Hangs that back, played back in by Müller. And Draisaitl trying to work it free. Berton brings it back now for France. In across the line for Perret. Battle for the corner. And it's finally picked out and moved ahead by Seider, who jumps into the rush with Eisenschmied. Eisenschmied drops for the trailer. And that's brought in by Jonas Müller. Throws it back in front, just missed Eisenschmied with that pass. Now Plachta fires, it goes off a leg and wide. Thierry picked up by Michaelis. Back to Plachta for Seider. Plachta, rink wide to Müller. That long wrist shot goes off a leg and wide. And Seider back with it. That wrist shot was blocked in front. Plachta trying to reach it. Bumps harder to Terry. Under 9 to go here in the opening period. Still no score. And now Plachta swings back for it. Last 12 months have been big for German hockey, Ray. They got, of course, the gold medal game at the Olympics for falling to what is essentially Russia, the Olympic athletes from Russia. But then good performance at last year's World Championship. At the under 18 and World Junior level, Germany has been promoted to the top division at both levels after several years in the wilderness. So that's an encouraging sign.
The younger two groups are the ones that speak about the future, of course. The Olympic and last year World Championships were the veteran group of players, so it's good news for them that the pipeline starts to fill a little bit.
In comes Holzer, fires, and Hardy does a 360 and makes that stop. Holzer back with it. Dominic Bach, a terrific German player, drafted in the first round to St. Louis. Wasn't selected for this team. There was a number of people in Germany surprised that Bach wasn't picked, considered maybe the best German prospect since Draisaitl. 7:39 to go here in the first. Still no score. Back here in Košice in Slovakia on this Tuesday evening at 7:30 or 8:30 rather local time. Fired in by Frederick Tiffels. And now Clairot back the other way. Clairot works in. Throws it back in front. That pass in behind Fleury. Now brought in by Bozon. Bozon walks in, throws it back in front, and Fleury couldn't reach that. And Bozon banks it back to center ice. Picked up there by Seider. Seider takes a regular turn on defense for the German team, the age of 18. The program in Germany is called Power Play 26. The goal is to make Germany competitive at every level by 2026. That's frozen by Grubauer. Quickly hops onto that. The early returns you mentioned, Ray, at the under 18s and World Junior are promising. Now can they stay there?
The centerpiece of this German team, of course, is Leon Draisaitl, coming off a brilliant season this year, 105 points, including 50 goals. He's going to come off the sidewall. His shot's going to hit the inside of the right foot of Florian Hardy. Draisaitl's quick release goes off the foot and wide. I would say only one stick blade has ever amazed me as much as Draisaitl's canoe paddle.
In comes Perret, fires, and Grubauer makes the stop.
And that would be Michael Nylander's old double curve that he had, which was a left-handed stick that curved back the other way at the toe. I could never stop staring at it. It's the same thing with Draisaitl's. The blade is so long.
A sharp angle backhand by Valier goes wide. Worked pretty well this year. He's just 23. He's been around so long, you forget he's only 23.
Worked real well for him since he showed up. Came to Prince Albert in the import draft of the Western League and went on to a terrific few years until he was drafted by the Oilers.
Now Malka fires that down. Manovion plays that back in. Picked up by Gutic. Got his pocket picked by Royal. Now Hager up at Fodel. Gets thumped there by Dan Malka. Now Hager back with it. Hager, who plays for Munich in the German league, drops that back. He lays along pass Pack, and Royal fired that wide. Royal holds. And as he does, a holding call will go against Germany, and France will go to the power play.
Team Germany on my 15, line up balance here, holding.
No score here in the first period. 5:11 to go between Germany and France. Remember, Ray Ferraro here. Underway in Bratislava at this hour. Switzerland and Austria are scoreless. Cross ice pass for Fleury on the French power play. That just missed. Another chance for the French on the power play. Their second of this opening period. Saakashvili plays that back, and the shot by Texier was blocked. Texier gets it back. Holzer takes him down. And they kick away at it. Picked free by Texier for a moment. Now sent back down the ice. Florian Saakashvili plays for Rouen, France. Fleury bounce that back for Treves. Nowak brings it around. Saakashvili knocks it down. In for Fleury. Fleury whips that across for Texier. Fleury trying to get open for a one-time shot. Saakashvili has the puck now. Whips it across. Here's Fleury. Shovels it back in front. A quick shot there by Bertrand goes wide. Saakashvili. Long wrist shot. Tipped in front, and Fleury just missed on that. And it bounces by Saakashvili and back down the ice. 40 seconds to go in the French power play. Hekefeuille. Rink wide he goes for Bozon. Back up for Clairot. Now in the slot, Bertrand plays that back for Reck. Reck to Hekefeuille. Back for Reck. Reck feeds it down to Bertrand. Reck, a centering pass goes off a leg. He had Bozon teed up for the one-timer. Final seconds of the power play. Hekefeuille. One shot for France in that power play as Hager comes back on. Clairot plays it back. Off the bench comes Thierry to pick it up. He was poke checked by Hager. In stride is Fowler. A centering pass for Seider. Works it and shoots. Scores! Moritz Seider, the 18-year-old, jumps in and scores. And he's got his second goal of this World Championship.
This is a mistake from France. They're changing at the end of the power play. They get the puck inside their own blue line, and instead of regrouping it, Thierry's going to carry it. Well, he gets it poked off his stick. There's nobody in the play. They have to chase back to the play. Look where they're coming from on the bench. And Moritz Seider sees the opening and jumps up the middle of the ice. Thierry should have taken this puck back behind his own net. Regroup, let everybody get on the ice. He doesn't. Then he turns it over to make matters worse, and Hardy stops about 70% of this. But Seider pokes it past him, and Germany, after 2 penalty kills, has a 1-0 lead.
Seider scored twice in 29 games for Mannheim this year. He's got 2 in 3 games in this tournament. Draisaitl hauled down by Perret, and there's going to be a penalty to France. Cahoon with it. Now Seidenberg with the extra skater on the ice. Lays it back for Hager. Dominic Cahoon. Back for Seider. And finally touched up, and with 2:14 to go in the period, it'll be a power play for Germany.
Jonathan Perret is trying to back check on Draisaitl and eventually just ropes him down to the ice. It's amazing how quickly the game can change, Gordon. France has 2 power plays, they don't score. They turn the puck over, Germany scores, and the next shift, France takes another power play. This German power play is 1 for 8 in the tournament. This power play will run everything through Leon Draisaitl's hands. He starts out on the left point, but it'll all go to him. 5 forwards on the ice for Germany.
And blocked on Draisaitl on the back end of this. Claro can't clear it out. Held by Draisaitl. Well, 4 forwards, 1D is pretty much the standard now. How long ago it's 5 forwards?
The coaches are too cautious for that.
Drop back to Draisaitl, unloads that, it deflected in front, went just wide. Fodel. Back for Plachta. Plachta works in. Swings that back. Cahoon to Draisaitl. To Plachta. Backdoor pass for Cahoon. Dominic Cahoon feeds it back for Draisaitl. Plachta teed up for the one-timer. Here it comes, he fired it wide.
Got to be careful on the big rink. He one-times it, he's on the edge of the circle, but that's not even really a scoring chance from way over there.
Here's Plachta again, fires, that was blocked this time by Bozon. Hager, back for Draisaitl. To Plachta, walks right in, Plachta. Daniil dove to block that pass, and Bozon sends it down the ice. 1 minute to go now in the period. 40 seconds to go in the German power play. Here comes Draisaitl steaming through center ice. Draisaitl drops it back, but Tiffels couldn't hold it. Yannick Seidenberg. Drops it back for Michaelis. In for Tiffel. That drop pass picked off by Bell. And a late pass now for Leclerc, shorthanded. Moves in, and can't get a good shot away.
Looks like the puck just stuck in the snow on him a little bit. He went to shoot it, and it wasn't there anymore.
So Guillaume Leclerc with a great chance at the end of this power play. No shots for Germany, 1 for France, shorthanded. You got 10 seconds to go now in the period.
Guillaume Leclerc had 29 goals in the French league this year. A turnover by Tiffels, and that sends Leclerc out in the clear, and you see the puck just stick. It just slides slowly towards Philipp Grubauer in goal. He wants to make his move, and whoops, it's not there anymore.
A hotly contested center ice face-off, and it's poked back down to the French zone. Nobles tries to poke that free, and time expires here after 1 period of play. The kid, Moritz Seider, has his second of the World Championship. Germany leads 1-0. 1-0 Germany leads after 20 minutes of play here in Košice, Slovakia. On day 5 of the World Hockey Championship, Germany with a 2-0 record will play Slovakia tomorrow, Canada Saturday, the United States Sunday, and Finland on Tuesday. So the Germans need to bank some points here with a tough part of their schedule still ahead. And by the way, when they play the Slovaks tomorrow, every game the Slovaks play, except for their first, their opponent has played the day before. That, my friends, is not an accident.
Philip Grubauer's first start of the World Championship after arriving here a couple of days ago. Perfect in the first period. Got a little bit of traffic, a couple of difficult stops. But the only goal by 18-year-old Moritz Seider jumped up onto the play, a little mini breakaway. He's the rookie of the year in the German Elite League, the DEL, this past year, and will not be around long at the draft.
You've liked what you've seen so far in limited action.
I like him. He's got a real nice poise when he has the puck. He doesn't look like everything's a panic and he's got to get rid of it in a hurry. And there are certain things that I don't believe will be very easily taught, and that's one of them. That you see the ice and things look like they make sense to you. Some guys, it looks like it's going 150 miles an hour all the time.
He was a long shot, knocked away by Hardy. Claro out for Bozon. That pass missed. And now Elish brings it back the other way with Hager. Elish holds, shoots. He failed in the first try, knocked by the second.
Seider went to make the pass and Fodel was changing. All of a sudden there was nobody there.
In comes Fleury with it, shoots, that's blocked. And Cahoon brings it back. Dominic Cahoon drops it off to Draisaitl. Backhand shot, and Hardy reaches back on that shot by Seidenberg and keeps it out.
Florian Hardy is 6 feet tall. If he's 5'11" and 3/4, this is in the net. Seidenberg will jump up into the play and he's going to spin and just fling this on his backhand. Look where Hardy stops this. Like, he can't reach out any more than that. A former forward is Yannick Seidenberg. He jumps up comfortably into the play, and look at the puck is right under the toe of his skate.
You know, that's fired high and wide by Jonas Muller. Tiffels for Cahoon. To Muller. To Nowak. Move down by Saakashvili. That's knocked right back in, and Saakashvili's got Leon Draisaitl all over him. Thierry for Texier. And once again, France will regroup. Shots 12-11 Germany. It's 1-0 Switzerland in Bratislava over Austria. As Tiffels brings it in. Frederick Tiffels. Draft pick of the Pittsburgh Penguins a few years ago, has that knocked down. Now loose at the line, Texier trying to squeeze that free. He does, but Eisenschmidt gets there first on Saakashvili. Eisenschmidt. Squeezed there by Trail. Now played back in. Eisenschmidt. Bounce that back to Holzer. Moritz Muller. Winds his way, a little backhand shot, but off the face, it looked like, of Texier into the corner. Knocked down by Michaelis at center ice. He finds Plachta. And Matthias Plachta comes after it. Plachta has a look. A little slap pass tipped by Eisenschmidt, up and out of play.
France plays a pretty compact, almost like a zone. Germany has control of the puck. They're running the show in the offensive zone, but they can't really get through too often towards Florian Hardy. Philippe Bozon's team is not going to be out chasing, being really aggressive, so that's the way they defend. And for Germany, the trick will be not to get impatient, that you have lots of zone time but nothing to show for it. Then you turn it over and give up a man advantage break.
Manovion. Long lead pass, and Seidenberg deflects that up and out of play.
Yannick Seidenberg's been with the German national team a long time. 823 games in the DEL. So close to the gold medal in Pyeongchang last year. They're on the power play, under 2 minutes left. Seidenberg has his shot blocked at the point. Probably didn't need to shoot it, could have just kept it deep. They race up the ice, his helmet comes off in the scramble. In an international play, that's a penalty. So he reacts and leaves the scrum, and Russia scores a shorthanded goal. It's easy to say not being there, but he should have just stayed in there and taken the penalty and cleared the puck out of danger's way. But Russia scores the shorty and then wins it later on. And
centering pass for Eli's loose at the side of the goal. That's knocked away by Manovion. Of course, earlier he had scored a huge shorthanded goal against the Swiss on that magical run. Overtime winner, but
it was sitting right there. A power play, they can run out the rest of the clock. They never really had to shoot the puck.
And you ask, when will that door open again? Probably never for these players.
It's not going to.
Bozon works it back across. Fleury scores! Damien Fleury, the one-timer, and the game is tied at 1.
What a terrific pass by Timothy Bozon. He's got 3 assists in the tournament. Damien Fleury can shoot the puck. 26 goals this past year. He's really a true sniper, and in the French league, he's among their most dangerous players. His one-timer is perfect. Past Dennis Royale and beats Philipp Grubauer, but that pass from Bozon is just perfect. Fleury doesn't have to slow down. He unloads it, and it's 1-1.
Damien Fleury plays for Grenoble in the French league. His first year back, he's also played in Germany, the KHL, and Finland, been a scorer wherever he's gone. That's his 21st goal in 65 games for France at the World Championship. Now Miller in, shoots, that's blocked. Jonas Miller the chance there. And now Saakashvili is shaken up after being struck by that shot. Saakashvili in some distress. And the referees call play.
Unlike some European teams, the French just dress 7 defensemen. A lot dress 8. Saakashvili's an important player for them. He plays a lot of minutes. He's getting some help getting to the bench.
And again, you can't get to the dressing room from the bench here. On that bench for the French, you'd have to skate down to the Zamboni end and go off.
Oh, he ends up getting run into by his own player, Janil. Looks like Janil's skate hit him in the midsection.
Off the face-off, that shot from Cahoon is deflected away by Hardy. Tiffels peels back in the corner. Draisaitl feeds it back to Cahoon. Now Tiffels flips that wide. And Leclerc peels back in the corner, trying to move that away. And Bertrand. Mentioned the French have won 4 of the last 6 meetings, including the last time they played in 2016. They won 3-2 in a shootout. Nowak with it. Back for Müller. Müller. Long wrist shot. That's deflected wide as Tiffels got a stick on that. Tiffels to Cahoon. Across to Draisaitl. Peels away from Gallet. Walks in. Draisaitl still with it. That's poked away. Now Cahoon with a chance. Dribbles back down, and Draisaitl's backhand shot turned away by Hardy. Draisaitl centering pass just missed Eisenschmidt. And the puck skips into the German bench.
A good pressure around the French goal again. This time it's Leon Draisaitl turned away as Florian Hardy's got to find the puck. Draisaitl wanted a penalty on the initial play. He was arguing with the official. When he went around the back of the net, the puck ended up dropping right at his feet. And he's going to swat it, but Hardy tracks it nicely, gets the right pad out to make the stop. He's had a good start, giving up just the one goal. Faced 16 shots so far.
Down Malka. Plays it across to Manovion. That's picked off. Plachta has it back. Matthias Plachta centering pass. McKenna's shot. That was blocked. And as Texier got in the way. Down Malka. Lead pass to Trail. The centering pass is knocked away by Grubauer, who's had a quiet second period here. Not much to do. Michaelis for Plachta. Müller. Back to Holzer. Lead pass to Nobles. Marcel Nobles. Picks it up behind the French goal. A centering pass just missed Seidenberg, and it's back down to the German zone. Seider whips that pass ahead. Brought in by Maurer. Drops it back for Seidenberg. That's picked up, but helped by Seider. Works his way and flips it back across. Ehlers with a chance. He's turned away in tight. Check that. That's Fauser with it. Now a shot by Nobles, kicked away by Hardy. Nobles. Back to Fauser. Fauser peels back again. Seidenberg. Off to Nobles, back to Seidenberg. That long wrist shot deflected just wide. Back out to Fauser. Good pressure now by Germany. Fauser spins and shoots. That goes off the foot of Bozon. And Seider tried to knock it down. Texier works in on him. And now Fleury comes across the line, but the play is offside at the German line. 1-1 the score here in the second period in Košice.
The score between Switzerland and Austria is 1-0. Bratislava jest Austrią, Maciej Szmaciarską, a Rakowską 1-0.
The score here in Bratislava. Switzerland leads Austria 1-0. The Swiss kicked off, or rather killed off, a double-minded to Roman Josi in the first period. Then Kevin Fiala scored moments after it ended to take the Swiss to the lead. For a long time, Switzerland was on the ascendancy and Germany on the decline in international hockey. The Swiss had produced more players, had better international results. And the Germans hope they can catch up. And one of the ways they hope to do that, Ray, is an agreement that they've got with the German Elite League teams to gradually reduce the number of import players. They're at 9 per team now. They'd like to have it at 6 by 2026. Hager. Back at the top, winds and shoots, and Hardy through the traffic, kicked that away. Ehlers. Back to Nowak. Hager back with it. Eckefoil drops that back, and Hugo Gallet brings it in. Ehlers got bumped. Now picked free in the corner. And Leclerc couldn't get a shot away. And now Bertrand trying to pick it free. Eckefoil. Bumped by Royal. And Nowak plays it around for Hager. That's knocked down by Parade. His wrist shot goes high and wide. Berton back on it. Centering pass by Shakishvili, who's back out there for France. Deflects away. Tiffels can fly. Taken down by Ritz. And play continues. And it's brought up by Thierry. Wrist that in, and behind the play, they're going to get two here. The after effects of the Tiffels and Ritz collision. We'll see them both go off.
Tiffels had 33 points last year in the IIHF in Wheeling. This year, he came back to the DEL. He's a sixth-round pick of Pittsburgh in 2015. He can really fly, as you mentioned, Gord. He got out in the open ice, and Ritz is trying to chase after him to get a hold of the puck. And there's the contact behind the play, the cross check, and
25,
a little bit different look from there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier seeing the infractions from up here.
So 4-on-4 now with 11 to go in the second period.
Seen a little edge to Texier. He's wrapped up with Draisaitl against in their last game against the U.S. He seemed to have a target on his back. Everybody was chasing him around at some point. And a feisty player.
Puck bounces high in the air to Corbinian Holzer, the longtime seventh defenseman for the Anaheim Ducks, who's made a tidy living, playing rarely, but being ready to go when he has to be.
Had wrist surgery this year, didn't get himself ready to play until near the new year. We're going to look at Leon Draisaitl's dad, Peter, played in 3 Olympic games. 312 points in 351 games for Leon Draisaitl. A fantastic year this year.
And Peter's going to coach again next year, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's in the Swiss League, I believe.
Claro works in. Drops it back, and that's blocked from Dom Malka. Eisenschmidt trying to move in there, but Manovion swings back for France. Lead pass for Bozon missed, and icing called against the French.
Germany has been in 3 straight low-scoring games. They gave up 1 goal to Great Britain, 1 goal to Denmark, won both of them. Tony Soderholm would be happy with the goals against. Probably could use a little bit more to breathe up front. Played 4 years at the University of Massachusetts. This is his first year behind the German national bench.
Chance for Plachta. Couldn't get the shot away. Now Plachta back on it. Manovion stepped into him. Eisenschmidt on the 4-on-4. Takes the return pass from Seidenberg. Eisenschmidt moves in. Peels away from Bozon. Drops it off to Seider. And Seider in a battle there with Claro. Jumps back in, tries to play back in the corner. And a hand pass called in the offensive zone by Germany. 9:50 to go here in the second period, and the game tied at 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we got here very popular noise meter, but not together. I want to stop here all the grand fans. Come on, make some noise now! And now, I want to hear German fans. Come on, everybody, clap your hands. Show some support for your team.
Niklas Treutler has come on in goal for Germany Philip Grubauer during that TV timeout left via the penalty box side of the ice. So we're not sure if that's equipment. He wasn't accompanied by anyone from the German medical staff. So Treutler comes on and plays his first game of this World Championship. So we'll see what that's about as soon as we can. Eckefeld with it. Jumps it across the line and plays that in deep. Ehlers. Being watched there by Bertrand. Each team can have 3 goaltenders on the roster. Only dress 2 for a game, but Germany does have a 3rd goaltender on hand, Matthias Niederberger, who played their first 2 games.
I'm not so sure Niederberger's the 3rd goalie if he played the first 2 games.
Well, he's not dressed today.
Oh, yes, no, but I'm just saying, so all of a sudden you you have Grubauer, so you say, okay, Treutler can dress here to be the backup. We'll give Niederberger a day off, and it's 1-1, and halfway through the game, you're
in a real important game.
Yeah, you're into a guy that hasn't played yet. Played 4 games last year. Treutler did at the World Championship.
Balzer up for Draisaitl. By the way, his dad, Peter, will coach here in Kosice next year. In comes Tiffel. Tiffel drops it back for Draisaitl. That pass just missed. Seidenberg to Royal. Up ahead for Cahoon. Drops it back to Seidenberg. Centering pass in behind Draisaitl. And now Draisaitl picks the puck free. Draisaitl down to Nobles. Nobles, a centering pass for Fowler. He rolled that wide, and Hardy hangs on to it. Tony Soderholm's team is in some distress.
All right, you can do that.
So Grubauer left on this side of the ice where the penalty box is. The German dressing room is on this side, so that would make sense. The point shot by Royal deflects wide. Didn't see anything, did you?
No, nothing at all. It just seemed such an odd circumstance. He didn't look like he was in any distress. He didn't look sick.
Bowser brings it back out for Germany. Hardy plays it high off the glass. And brought up by Fleury, who has the tying goal for France. 6:45 to go in the second period, knotted at 1. Blocked, couldn't quite reach that pass. Manolvion fires it back down the ice. An icing called against the French.
It's an icing that Manolvion didn't need to take here, and we're getting into the part of the game here where mistakes can be very costly. You just run out of time to catch up. It's pretty clearly this is going to be a low-scoring event. Oh, offensive zone face-off for Germany.
Kalis wins that back to Plachta. To Moritz Müller. And now Nowak a long shot. That goes wide. Kalis back on it. A long shot by Nowak. And Eisenschmied was upended in front. Now a centering pass by Plachta. That bounce just wide. Plachta back on it. Shields off down Malka. Back to Nowak. Unloads that shot. It ripped high and wide. Jumping in is Jonas Müller. Müller. Eisenschmied to Plachta. Fire, score! Tipped in front. And the Germans are back on top, 2-1.
Germany was basically down to 4 players here as Mark Michaelis was injured. got cross-checked just to the left of Florian Hardy, but they were well into their cycle, and Matthias Plachta, who now has points in all 3 games, goals in the last 2, rifles a shot from the point here. See, Michaelis is going to be below. You'll watch him in front. He's going to end up getting cross-checked there, buried, and Plachta shoots this. Oh, and Hardy's got to have this. This goes right through him. It hits the glove and goes under the glove and pad. Whoops.
That was deflected by him.
So Matthias Plachta scores his 6th goal in his 31st World Championship game. And Germany takes a 2-1 lead.
Now Bertrand across the line. Winds his way in. Bertrand with a chance. Goes between his legs. It's poked away by Tiffel. Bertrand back with it. Drops it back. Goodig works in. Drops it off to Leclerc. Rink wide. Hector picks it up. And swings it back in deep. Bertrand back in. Counter defense. And Treutler hangs out of that. Goodig got bumped there by Holzer. We didn't like that late whack on the German goaltender. 5:28 to go here in the second.
Everybody clap your hands.
Plachta has his 2nd of the tournament. 1 year in the American League back in 2015-2016 with Springfield and Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Another guy who's always been a good goal scorer. Plays for Mannheim, the German League champions. And his 5th World Championship. Saakashvili lays it down to Thierry. And now Texier moves that back to center ice. Saakashvili collided with his teammate Troil. And Hager's got a chance along with Fodel. Hager in on Texier. Hager holds. Feeds that back to Seidenberg. That shot was blocked, and now Seidenberg has to retreat quickly. Seider back to Seidenberg. Chopped back down to the French zone and dropped into the feet of French defender. And now Troil, the man who it bounced off, plays it ahead. Fauser back for Royal. Up for Fauser. The scariest thing about Royal apparently, Ray, is he doesn't say a word.
He would be an intimidating guy to say hi to and doesn't really answer back.
Hey, big fella, how's it going? Nothing. Who'd you play against like that? Nobles feeds it back across to Nowak.
Well, I tried to talk to everybody because I thought if I drove them crazy that maybe I'd get an edge or something. There was a few guys that never said anything. That Scott Stevens never said anything. And you might remember he tended to hit people pretty hard.
Long shot by Maurer, deflects wide. Here's Michaelis on it.
Then there were some guys like Canada's new national junior coach, Dale Hunter, that you didn't want him to say anything to you because that meant he noticed you were around. And he just may decide that he didn't like you anymore.
Daniil, long lead pass, trying to find Fleury on the break. Now Claro has it back. Claro across the line, gets a step on Nowak, peels back in the corner. Claro down for Bozon. The Fleury trying to shield off Royal. And now Bozon back with it, walks out and shoots. And Troitla makes the save, short side on that.
Pretty good play by Bozon as he stays on the puck.
Feeds it back at the point, Manovio. Saakashvili, that shot blocked by Royal. Now Nowak gathers it up. And Cahoon was tied up by Manovio. Troitla. Played a couple of games for Arizona back in 2015, 2016. Got shelled in a second and never got another chance. Cahoon. Back for Moritz Mueller. Here's Draisaitl shielding off Saakashvili. Draisaitl drops it off to Cahoon. Dominic Cahoon works his way in. He's got Hardy down. Now behind the goal, here's Cahoon. Throws it back in front. Draisaitl scores! Cahoon holds, finds Draisaitl, and it's 3-1 Germany.
This time France is in a little bit more of a man-to-man. Draisaitl's going to circle way outside the blue line. Watch him way up top. He's way out there. That's Saakashvili's man. He's watching him. He's trying to watch both the puck and him. So now he goes to Cahoon behind the net. As soon as he goes, the two NHL players hook up. Cahoon, who had a really nice year in Chicago as a first-year player, finds Leon Draisaitl, who's got a second of the tournament. And France was in good position until they broke down. There was nobody at Cahoon. Saakashvili should probably leave him back there. He's not dangerous unless they turn the net around. But he chases him. As soon as he chases, Cahoon recognizes, lays the puck into the area, and Leon Draisaitl makes it 3-1.
So some breathing room for Germany. By the way, Matthias Niederberger has just gone to the German bench in uniform. So Grubauer won't be back tonight. You're allowed, of course, to replace your backup goaltender. So whatever's happened to Grubauer, he will not return this evening. Blocked, trying to kick that free. Back at the point is Seider. Across he goes for Seidenberg. Back to Seider. Plachta with it. Seidenberg. Around for Michaelis. And brought up by Gallet. Seidenberg. Pokes at it for Fodel. And a minute to go now in the second period. Bertrand. Feeds that back for Gallet. Lead pass for Troil. And Gudig feeds that down to the German zone. Shots are 23-15 Germany. Heelas back for Hager. Hager winds in a little backhand shot. Hardy makes the stop. Jonas Mueller works in, feeds it back across, and the pass bounced away from Plachta. Now Hager has that tap back, and Jonas Mueller swings back for Germany. Bozon pokes it ahead for Reck. Back at the point, Melka, a shot that goes way wide. Back down to the French zone, and time winds down here in the second period. And Germany will go to the dressing room with a 3-1 lead. Thanks to Draisaitl and Plachta here in the second period.
Shots on goal in the second period. France 4, Germany 14. Stali navrátku v druhej tretine, Francúzsko 4, Nemecko 14. In Bratislava, the score between Switzerland and Austria is 1-0. Bratislava je stav stretnutia medzi Švajčiarskom a Rakúskom 1-0.
So Nicholas Treutler came on in place of Philip Grubauer midway through that second period. The fact that Grubauer left exactly midway through the period might indicate that this was planned by Germany. He was only going to play half the game, and then Niederberger came on as the backup. There's a suggestion from German broadcasters that this case, the fact that Grubauer was not accompanied by a member of the medical staff on his way to the dressing room would be another.
Maybe another point is Niederberger was in his gear pretty quick.
Right.
Goalie equipment takes a little longer than 5 minutes to put on, no matter how hard you try to get it on. So, he was there within 6 or 7 minutes of gameplay. He was standing on the end of the bench.
So we'll find out officially from the Germans if we can, as Bozon moves in and shoots that wide.
Although it does seem strange, if you are going to play half a game, that you wouldn't just sit there for the other half.
Yeah.
So whatever we could whether it's a minor tweak or something, it wasn't like he was in great distress, but he's certainly not in that anymore.
Auger with it now, flips it back in front. And Ehlers couldn't get a shot away. Now back at the point. Moritz Müller across to Ehlers, shoots. It ramps off the stick of Claro, up and out of play.
Germany with 2 goals after France's Damien Fleury had tied the game up 4 minutes into the second period. Matthias Plachta and then Leon Draisaitl scored about 4 minutes apart. A 2-goal German lead. They've given up 3 goals in 8 periods in this tournament.
Bounces back down the German zone. Gooden comes in for it. A centering pass for Texier that was tipped wide as Seider got on that. Seider plays it up along the boards and kick free by Texier. Texier and Seider collide in the corner. And that battle continues. They kick away at it. Picked out now by Texier. Back for Saakashvili. Here's Tipples waiting for it. Back to Seidenberg. Back down the French zone. Nicely waved off as Draisaitl got there first. And now Texier moves out for France. In across the line with Ritz and Bertrand. Texier. Got rid off the puck by Cahoon. Moved by Manovion, and the Germans will change as Manovion goes back. France has never won a medal at the World Championship in 24 years in the top division. As Plachta moves in for Eisenschmidt, walks in and shoots. That was blocked by Manovion. Germany's 13th straight year in the top division. They were relegated in 2005, got back in 2007. Their best finish in the last 12 years, 4th in 2010. Their last medal at the World Championship was silver back in 1953. Eisenschmidt throws that back for Plachta, and the pass misfired. Leclerc comes in. He's got Valier with him. But Moritz Müller sealed the wall. Now Holzer behind the goal. Corbinian Holzer. Brings it around. Saakashvili waiting for it for France. And that shot goes way wide. Claro back on it now. Low shot went off the foot of Eisenschmidt and back down the ice.
There'll be times when France has to take a chance here, see if they can get themselves to within one.
And icing called against the French.
Germany took the 1-0 lead. A turnover and Moritz Sides jumps into the play, and Sider made it 1-0. Damien Fleury tied it 1-1 in the second, and then a pair of goals. Matthias Plachta a long slap shot that beat Fleury and Hardy, and then a really nice play from behind the net. Dominic Cahoon finds Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl's second of the tournament made it 3-1.
Bouncing puck knocked away from Fauser, and back goes Seidenberg for it. Gallet. Up ahead for Fleury, the captain. And now Royal goes back as Bozon steps into him. Oh. Royal just pounded Fleury there.
That's a dead end.
Now Fleury throws it towards the goal. Picked free by Fleury. He grabbed the rebound. Now Fleury back with it. To the point he goes for Heckefoyle. Long wrist shot. Save made by Troy. The loose puck in front. And now Fleury, a long shot. That was blocked. And the puck comes back out. The one thing about the theory on Grubauer coming out deliberately would be that why wouldn't Niederberger have dressed as the backup? To your point, you'd want a more veteran guy ready to come in.
Niederberger had played in the tournament both games, and
Schroeder was clearly the third guy, so we would see Maudie turn the game over in a pretty important one between France and Germany.
you always mention that the 9 points is kind of the magic number for keeping you out of relegation.
And to get to the quarterfinals, Texier works in, 2-on-1, feeds it across, and the pass handcuffed Gudik.
This would be 9 points for Germany if they can win tonight.
And the problem for Germany is it gets tougher ahead. Slovakia tomorrow, then Canada, USA, Finland.
I wouldn't say that, I guess this isn't exactly a must win, but it's pretty close for them. They want to be in that mix for the quarterfinal spot for sure.
You've got to get 3 here.
Especially as you lead by a couple.
Jonas Mueller plays it back across. Moritz Mueller tries to poke that ahead, no relation. And back goes Ritz for France. 5 gone here in the third period. Holzer. Tied up by Ritz. In comes Tiffels for it. Well, plays it back out for France. Still 1-0 in Bratislava, Switzerland leading Austria. Cahoon for Draisaitl. On Saakashvili, Leon Draisaitl got slammed to the inboards by Saakashvili. Brought back by Leclerc. To Berton. Berton, a long shot. Trentler save. Rebound loose in front. Saakashvili a chance. Trentler makes the save and hangs on to the rebound.
A little bit of a nervous moment here as Saakashvili got up into the play. The long shot flung to the net by Berton is not handled by Treutler. Now there's a dangerous chance with it. It's Saakashvili who comes in late and he makes the stop. Germany gets scrambling around here. Seidenberg's broken his stick. Watch the clearing attempt by Fauser. It hits Fleury, and if Fleury can get to that a little quicker, he's going to have a wide open net. He's got the game's only goal for the French. Fleury's got a couple in the 3 games. 21 goals in 65 World Championship games.
Sider, like all good young players, chews on his mouth guard as opposed to wearing it. Fed ahead to Eisenschmidt. Bounce it back for Michaelis. Richards says here you have to wear one. Kalis. Centering pass, bounce away from Plankton. Now Bozon has it back with Clairot. And Janil jumping in. Timothy Bozon works it and shoots, and Treutler makes the save and hangs on. 13-17 to go in the third. Germany up 3-1.
Last time on the score between Switzerland and Austria is 1-0. Bratislava je stav stretnutia medzi Švajčiarskom a Rakúskom 1-0.
Dámy a páni, dnešný zápas na 2013 divákov. Ladies and gentlemen, today's attendance is 4,013 accessors. Thank you very much for coming.
Back here in Kosice. 3-1 Germany leads. The Germans trying to run their record of 3-0 in this World Championship. They got to the semifinals of this tournament back in 2010. Wound up losing the bronze medal game as Gooding brings it ahead. Now Fauser takes it away from him. Centering pass all alone in front. No, but the backhand shot goes high and wide. And Royal back with it. Picked off by Gooding. Nobles got spun around. And then scooped up by Fauser. Now Royal takes that away from Rack. And gloved down at center ice by Thierry. Royal tied up by Ritz. And Saakashvili goes racing to it. Saakashvili feeds across, and that shot by Thierry, the block. And now Saakashvili has to retreat with Födel breaking in on him. Moritz Müller. Yasin Ilish. Ilish drops it off for Hager. Back to Holzer, shoots. It was blocked by Perret, pokes it ahead. And Bertrand now one-on-one with Moritz Müller. Drops it back down. Malka powdered that wide. Holzer up for Födel. Lead pass to Hager. Goes behind the back, walks in. Hager moves back in front. Hardy knocked that away. Hager was dropped in front of the French goal. And now Perret up for Leclerc. Big free by Breton. Ronaldo on the shot that shattered his stick. And a chance now for the Germans to break in as France makes a quick change on defense. Draisaitl rink wide. Cahoon shoots, and Hardy got a piece of that to knock it wide.
Really good pass from Draisaitl all the way across the ice, through the traffic, and created that scoring chance.
You know, he's a 50-goal man, obviously, Ray, but also an elite playmaker.
The 50 goals surprises me. I find him more of a pass-first guy, but here he goes.
Here he comes in, shoots. Hardy makes the stop from a sharp angle. Hardy shuts down the rebound.
50 goals means you're a 50-goal scorer, but I always think of him as just a wonderful passer. He's got one tonight. He had one that hit Hardy in the back of the foot that could have gone in. There was a 2-on-1 for another chance.
Lead pass for Eisenschmidt, missed. He gets there quickly enough to negate the icing. Drops it back at the point for Nowak. Jonas Müller back to Nowak. Slaps it across the Plaka, feeds it in front, bouncing puck, and it's scooped up by Bozon. And Bozon up for Fleury. Lifts it back down to the German zone. Now stolen by Reck. And that puck goes over the glass. And I believe this is going to be a penalty against Germany. So France at the power play with 9:32 to go in the period.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations and a big cheer to all who for being good man of the game.
Marcus Eintenschmidt goes off for delay of game with 9:32 to go in the period. A crucial power play now for France.
Third power play for France. They haven't really done much on their first couple.
Reck holds the line. Bertrand plays that back, but it's tipped away. As Noble's got to stick on that. Reck brings it ahead. Reck works in. Flushed there by Holzer. Centering pass for Bozon missed. Heckfoil plays it back. Bertrand shoots. That's blocked, and the puck goes over the glass and out.
Nice movement on the blue line. Moritz Müller gets across to block this and send it up into the netting, and France does not move the puck quite quick enough to clear the penalty killers, as they just haven't created enough space for the puck to get to the net.
Face-off won by Hager. Really important player for Germany is Hager. He's an elite goal scorer, kills penalties, takes key face-offs for them. Big part of their Olympic effort last spring in Pyeongchang. At 7 points in 7 games to lead Germany. Texier got flushed there by Hager. And France having trouble getting set up here again with a minute to go on the power play.
I mean, it's too early, but I would almost have given thought to taking the goaltender out here. The game is so valuable for them. They just don't generate anything. Maybe they'll get something here.
Saakashvili on the boards, and that quick chance there for Gooding is turned away.
It's 2 really good chances.
Saakashvili to Texier. Texier back to Saakashvili. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Shoots, blocked by Hager. Texier. Back in the corner for Trail. Who's parked in front. Texier. Backdoor pass. Fleury shoots, and Treutler comes across and makes the save.
Geez, I like Texier a lot. I haven't seen him a lot live. John Tortorella was raving about him after he came from the Finnish Elite League. Just a young guy, 20 years old, the 45th pick in the 2017 draft. He has 1 shot and then set up the chance for Fleury. There's Gooding with the rebound, but Texier had 14 goals in the Finnish Elite League. So he comes over, plays in the American League, played 7 games, had 5 goals. They call him up. He scores he scores once in the regular season and then twice in 8 playoff games. That's quite a year for him. Plays with an edge. He's got energy with him, skill. He's fast.
That's stolen now by Nobles. And Nobles comes in short-handed. Picked up by Clairot. 3 shots for France on that power play. But it remains a 3-1 game, and now play is called with a penalty for a slash to Valentin Clairot. And so Germany gets a quick power play.
Clairot chops the stick of Fauser in half. And said it's not a slash, but the other guy doesn't have a stick that's usable anymore. That's a 2019 penalty.
Malka rings that around when it's knocked down by Plachta.
Interesting, Germany still with a 2-goal lead using the 5 forwards on the power play. Another penalty coming up here.
Charging against Malka. So a 5-on-3 for Germany. 1:38 remaining in the first penalty to Clairot.
This game can be over on one shot now. A 2-goal lead. You've got 98 seconds of 5-on-3. Not so sure about that as Dom Malka's coming the same distance as Hager.
Might say boarding, but gave the charging signal.
Boarding would have wrapped him up for the night. It would have been a 2 and a 10.
Right.
Sometimes the official makes a call just to, makes the call to keep you in if he doesn't think it's bad enough. Same thing, 5 forwards on a 5-on-3.
Blocked to Draisaitl. In the corner to Cahoon, back for Draisaitl. Centering pass was blocked by Thierry. Draisaitl gets it back.
Eisenschmid's going to be open here. He's the right shot over on the far side.
Cahoon. Plachta to Cahoon. Eisenschmid, the one-timer didn't go.
Just see the way that thing was rolling around.
Draisaitl snaps that down to Födel. Eisenschmid to Draisaitl. Plachta unloads. Saved by Hardy. Loose puck at the side, and Födel couldn't tap home that pass from Cahoon. Eisenschmid with it. Back for Draisaitl. Cahoon. Plachta. Now Cahoon. Back to Draisaitl. Plachta backdoor pass. There's Eisenschmid again. And the one-timer doesn't go again. Draisaitl, Cahoon. Draisaitl holds that pass. Motioning for Plachta to move the other way.
It's open one more time. If Födel stays down on the crease, the pass is open to the left side.
Plachta, Draisaitl, in, shoots, bouncing puck. Eisenschmid again, feeds across. Cahoon, oh, what a save by Hardy. Rebound, and Födel turned away.
Great work by Hardy.
And now Eisenschmid fires, that's blocked.
He needs to get rid of that. He needs to get rid of that stick. It's either got a hole in it or it's bad. He's had 4 chances, couldn't put it away.
Could get a shot on goal. Here it comes again. Eisenschmid holds, feeds it back to Plachta. Back to Eisenschmid again.
That's 5. Honestly, that stick has to go in the garbage. If that's my stick, it doesn't have a chance back at the bench.
Cahoon with a rolling puck. Now 5-on-4 with seconds left. Plachta feeds it across. Eisenschmid gonna pass it back. Draisaitl at the side of the goal. On comes down Malka. 1 shot for Germany on that long power play. Eisenschmid had a handful of chances. He couldn't get one to go on goal. Never mind in the net.
I must say, I'm admiring his composure as he's just going to sit down. He's like exasperated on the bench, but
oh, there'd be nothing but shavings left of your stick.
That stick would be, nobody would be able to use it. We got a French power play coming up here now, too.
Go. Manolian shot, that's blocked by Elis. And Holzer touches up, and so with 4.5 to go, down by 2, France goes to the power play. so a penalty to Carbinian Holzer with 4:30 to go here in the third. You mentioned earlier, Ray, you'd think about pulling Hardy on an earlier power play with about 7 to go. What about here?
I'd give him a minute, but when you've got your top group out, that's when I want the goalie out.
Face-off won by Hager, and the French have to regroup.
After the penalty killers and Hardy do a terrific job on the 5-on-3, aided by some missed shots.
In comes Reck, winds in and rolls off his stick.
And you absolutely have to score here.
No indication from Bozon just yet, although they are preparing for a timeout. Now Bozon is indicating to Hardy. He's got the hand up. Bertrand swings it down to Claro. Pass was blocked. He throws it back in deep. Bozon feeds it back at the point for Hekefeld. Cross he goes to Claro.
Now's the time when you've got possession.
Reck in, shoots, that deflects wide. Bozon with it. Here comes Hardy now. Extra skater comes on. It's Fleury, but the Germans have possession. And so Hardy had to retreat for a moment. Now steps to the bench and Fleury comes on. 6 skaters on 4 for France. 45 seconds to go in the power play. 3:15 left in the period. Texier streaks across the line. In comes Texier. Poke check by Moritz Mueller. Now Shakishvili pinches up to keep it alive for France. In he goes for Texier. Gooding. Back for Shakishvili. Cross he goes. Fleury unloads, and the save is made by Treutler.
Treutler's done a nice job here coming in relief. Right at the halfway point of the game. Stopped all 11 shots that he's faced, including this one-timer. Really good read. He sees the puck up top, and as Fleury winds up for it, he's square to it to make the stop. Got France's goal today. They need one here. Just 20 seconds left on this power play.
And again, Hager for the face-off against Gooding, and Hager wins another one. Illich to the line, but not out. Shakishvili. Texier to Fleury. Works in the high slot, shoots, and Treutler fought that off. Now moved by Shakishvili and back down the ice as the time will expire on the power play. One shot for France on that power play, still a 3-1 lead. The net remains empty as Texier swings back. Poke free by Cahoon. He's got Hager with him. Rolling puck to Hager. Bumped there by Gooding. At the point is Seidenberg to the empty net that deflected wide. I think Francis Gilles-Leclerc got a piece of that. Final 2 now, the third period. Reck with it. Gains center ice, moves across the line, fires that around. Chopped up by Tiffels. And now Bozon back with it. Timothy Bozon. Moves that down the German zone. Calais. Hekefeld. Declaro shoots and ramps off a stick. Up and out of play. 1:13 to go here in the third.
Pretty good defense by Germany. They deflect the puck up into the netting and pressing for a goal to get within one. France will use their timeout, and Bozon will drop a face-off play, and they'll look to set up a couple of guys that can really shoot it. In particular, Fleury on this left wing. Eventually, he'll get onto the top of the circle. It's been a good game, though. Three goals in the second period, one by France, Fleury to tie the game, and then Plachta and Draisaitl about 4 minutes apart in the last half of that second period, and Germany's rode that 2-goal lead this entire third period.
And now Draisaitl for the face-off against Claro. Moritz Mueller plays it around, and Fleury waiting for it. Damien Fleury. Back at the point, Saakashvili. Throws that back in deep, the net's still empty, and Germany scores! Holzer banks that down the ice. And Korbinian Holzer, who doesn't score often, had 1 in the NHL this year in 22 games. Banks that down the ice. And Germany has a 4-1 lead.
It's a lot easier with no goalie.
You don't say.
Germany mucks up the play here. They seal the wall off, and Holzer's going to launch this over top of Damien Fleury's head into the empty net. And Germany will go to 3-0. They've given up 3 goals in their 3 games against Great Britain, Denmark, and now France. They've done what they need to do. They've taken care of their business. Now their next game is against the host Slovakia. That very well could be for the quarterfinal spot.
Right. Last time Germany was 3-0 at the World Championship was 2011. Now a firm hold here, but now, as we mentioned, the hard games ahead. Slovakia tomorrow, Canada Saturday, USA Sunday, Finland on Tuesday.
Will be interesting to see if Philip Grubauer is available tomorrow.
We'll wait to hear. We've not heard word yet from Germany what happened.
If you just tuned in or missed where he was in the game, he played the first 30 minutes, gave up 1 goal on 13 shots, and then he left. And Treutler, who was the backup, has come in and done a nice job. He's been perfect on 12 shots. They got the third goalie dressed, Matthias Niederberger. Niederberger, who played the first 2 games, came and has been backing up for the back half of the game for Tony Soderholm. And Germany just 37 seconds away from locking this away.
And here's Draisaitl with it. Across to Cahoon. Nicely called against Germany. The Germans like their team coming in this year. Getting Draisaitl, of course, was huge. Dominic Cahoon, who came from Chicago. 2 key pieces for them.
Look a little faster, a little more aggressive than they have been at various times in the past. And as you mentioned, Gordon, the last year has been good for them. The Olympic silver medal, the good World Championships. The younger groups have qualified for the top level.
So Germany survives the loss of its starting goaltender midway through the game and continues its roll. A 4-1 victory over France. And the Germans go to 3-0 in the World Championship. France falls to 0-3.
best player of Germany is number 22, Matthias Wagner. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Germany. Dámy a páni, postavte sa prosím, zaznie štátna hymna
A 4-1 win over France. This is now Germany's third straight victory. Did you guys consider this to be must-win in order to put yourself in conversation for the quarterfinals?
Well, obviously, you kind of have to win those games if you want to get to the quarterfinals. So we knew that coming in, and we knew that the first 4 games for us are extremely important. So, so far we've been doing a really good job.
You helped to add to the lead with a beautiful feed from Dom Cahoon. How do you feel as though your skill sets complement one another?
Yeah, we've played with each other a lot. Growing up, we've always played together, and we seem to find each other, and we seem to like playing with each other. So it's a lot of fun playing with him.
A very quick turnaround for you guys. You'll play Slovakia tomorrow. How do you continue to produce these consistent results?
Well, we just gotta, like you said, stay consistent, play our game, stick with it, and try and bank in as many points as we can.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Alex, Germany proved to be a stingy team, didn't give up a lot. How did they make life difficult for you?
Yeah, I think we didn't play a good game tonight. We're not ready, and we have to keep going and focus on the next game. But we're not happy about our game tonight.
Coach Bozan said that he knew he was giving you a difficult task, putting you at center. How do you feel as though you've handled it?
Yeah, I mean, I have to play everywhere on the ice, so it's just new for me. I never played center before, but I can, I'm okay to play center. It's difficult sometimes, but if I want to play in the NHL, you have to play everywhere on the ice. So it's just a good test for me.
You mentioned the NHL. What have you learned about yourself this year, going from the Finnish Elite League, joining Cleveland, and then Columbus in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think I just learned a lot. It was an unbelievable year for me, and I just try to be focused on this World Championship and be ready for the next year. But I mean, I learned how to be a professional, and on the ice, it's just the best thing in the world. So it was good for me.
Thank you for your
Thank you.